Good morning. Welcome to Relax and Paint. I'm excited to be with you today for another lesson, sharing strokes that you guys have asked for. And so I hope this touches that little spark of, I think I could do this. And the first thing I want you to think about is sit back, relax, take a deep breath, and watch today. And then maybe you'll have some time later today to go get your paints and supplies and come paint it again with me. So watch it, then watch again, try it, stop along the way as we're doing this. And I think you'll be surprised with what happens. I love roses, and many people love roses. So I'm going to do an easy, simple rose with some fun little leaves that you can do. So I'm using some magenta. I'm using multi-surface paint. So you can pick out a glass, you can pick out lots of different surfaces that you can actually paint on. So let's go and look at those, okay? Okay, so we are going to use FolkArt multi-surface today. I've got magenta, wicker white, I've got daffodil yellow. I've got some aqua and citrus here, but I might put a little bit of a darker green in here a little bit later as we get going. I'm going to do there's some color shift on the black. That looks good too. But we will look at some of the leaves that we're going to make and show you how fun that's going to be, okay? So we're going to take a 16 flat. I also put floating medium in the middle. That's the fluff that's inside the paint with no pigment. These are acrylic paints. Oops, these are acrylic paints. And so I want to first of all make our stem. Okay, I'm going to come up here with some green and maybe some aqua because I thought I'd make a pretty shade. All right, get some medium, and I'm on black art paper. It comes in a pad. All right, I got wet on that one side. Okay, so I'm going to come up with a stem, and it's going to split a little bit. And we're going to put some leaves on this stem. But the first thing I want to do is come here and do a couple of roses. I put the stem just so I see where I want to be. I can split it up too and have two different stems. Okay. All right. So I'm going to get magenta and I'm going to come over here and side stroke right next to the white. Now I do have the yellow here because I want to show you how it looks when I put that on the edge. I really like your comments and when you write me, and it inspires me to do more. So, and please subscribe. We're excited to see our site grow and see what we could do next, okay? So what I want to do is get this really pretty flower. I have a picture I was trying to go by. Okay, so what I want to do is come up here with a little bud. I'm going to slide up and slide back down. All right, and then I can come right up here and cross across. And then when I put the leaves on it, you're going to see how good that's going to look. All right, so I'm going to come next. And what you want to do is you want to put the white on the outside edge, guys, because what happens by doing that is that you're going to get depth down in the center of the blossom. All right. So I'm going to come about 4 petals, now 5. All right, this is a wild rose, okay? And then, see, I did all 5 of those petals with 1 load. So see, I dip into the magenta. This is a 16 flat brush. It's one of my signature Donna Dewberry brushes. And you can find those on onestroke.com. And we put it at the end of the video too. Thank you for your support and watching. And I put some live stream lessons on too, where you guys can write to me and we can talk back and forth during the lesson. Okay, so we've got 2 blossoms, all right? And so you see how the depth is in there? It looks good on this black. It kind of helps you see what you can accomplish. But before I move from here, while I have that color on the brush, I'm going to come to this glass. And I'm going to show you that same paint. Let's put this over here so I can grab it easier. I'm going to lay the paint on here. And along here. And along here. Now, one thing I can do is, look at me, I'm going to come over here and pick up yellow. So I have a little bit more white and yellow. See how pretty that color ends up being? How nice it covers the glass. Now this paint, you can hand wash. And I like to bake this in the oven on like 325 for about 20 to 30 minutes. Let it cool down. See this? Now you'd take this plastic off, so you'd have to undo that. Make sure there's no glued glass when you're doing this. All right. So I'm going to come over here. Same stroke, look at that. You overlap. More paint. Every time I move away, I get more paint. And I give it a little bit more yellow down here and here. Okay, so see how that goes around? And I can come over here with a little piece of a bud. So it's half of it. And I come right here. See that? Isn't that kind of fun? All right, so we'll put some green on that later. Okay, so I can put a little bit of a bud coming this way. Now, so far, all of this is the same stroke except when we did the bud up there. So I need to pick up a little bit more paint. Okay. Now, I'm going to go down to a smaller brush because this is what I want to show you. I want to show you that if I come over here, I'm picking up the aqua just to give you a bright, fresh look. Okay, so I'm going to come out right here with some leaves. Push, lift. Okay, now you can see I've got my paint on this side, but not on this side. So I'm going to come right in between here. Let's come down here. Pick up that's color shift, that's metallic. It's kind of fun. So now look, I'm going to stroke there. And the color shift can go on glass too. So it's kind of fun. All right, and I keep coming over to this paint. Okay, that's too bright. All right, and I'm going to get this bud here and bring it down. All right, I'm going to come out here. Well, I got paint there, so I can come out a little bit and fix that. And also, remember, you can turn your paper. Okay, pull this down. All right. Now, what I want you to see is I'm going to have a stem coming this way, and then another one coming this way and out. So these are a different kind of rose. These are like a knockout rose, and they have smaller leaves. So I want you to see that I can bring a couple of leaves from up here to the stem. I can bring a couple out here. All right, but let me show you what happens. I'm going to do a little bit back. So watch this. I wiggle out, and then I push down and come back. And then one at the tip. This is a 12 flat brush. So look, wiggle out and come back. So I'm putting aqua and this color shift green. Okay, so that kind of pretty. I'm going to bring this out a little bit and put this color shift there. Okay, so now what's going to happen over here? Just to fix that a little bit. And I can come in here. All right, so let me do very clean strokes again here. One. See how I wiggle and come back? Wiggle, slide back, wiggle, slide back. All right, so what happens is that I need to pull the stem back into these. All right, so I'm going to do a really good version of it right here so you see it better. Here's your tip. Let's go really close so you can see. So I go down and then I wiggle out, coming back. All right, so wiggle and come back. To the point. Now be sure you practice all of my practice strokes because these flowers I'm teaching you, the strokes will help you be able to do these lessons I'm showing you. Okay, so it's called practice strokes. And I have new ones every Friday. All right, and it tells you all the basics of one stroke. So many of you have said, where do I even begin? Well, I want you to begin with my practice strokes, and you do homework each week. And I have 11 lessons now. I'm telling you, the more you go and the more you practice, the easier this is going to be for you. Okay, so I wiggle up one side and back down the second side, and then pull a stem. See, so I keep stroking right here, and we wiggle out and back, out and back. Okay. One, two, three. Oops. No, I don't like, this is a good thing with one stroke. If you don't like something you've done, pick up fresh paint and restroke it. All right, so then I pull the stem onto each one of these. And there we go. All right, so we still haven't finished because we want to put a little detail into the flower. So I can put it in the center with the handle of the brush as a dip dot, and then I'm moving it around. All right, so then what I want to do is get some white, make it inky with a little bit of water, and then roll the brush, because what we want to do is we want to pull little stems, and it's easier to pull out from here. Because see the difference? When you pull in, there we go. When I pull in, they're thicker. When I pull out, they're really thin. See how they get small at the tip? See how they look nice and light? All right, so from here too. Touch, pull. I want you to share on our one stroke group on Facebook. Donna Dewberry's official one stroke group. I'm on Instagram. I'm even on TikTok now for all those teenagers and younger kids and some of us older ones. But I've got my grandchildren saying, we need you on there. So uplifting art, right? Okay. So go check out and share, because we want you to share all the pretty stuff that you do and even your practice sheets, okay? All right. Now I just picked up thick paint. This is my 2 script liner. So I'm picking up, I'm taking my little finger and I'm tapping. So I'm tapping all around here. Okay, so sometimes I need to put a little bit of white too. I know we've got white underneath. Okay, let's get a little bit more. So I tap my little finger because then it keeps me from being exact. It looks a little random. All right, so let's see what it looks like when I put a little white in it. See how it makes it brighter? Okay, so you see how that looks? Okay, let's go here. See, I can have white and yellow on there. So I want to show you the difference. You have 2 different looks. It's better with your little finger. All right, I got a little heavy, so I can come back with my yellow. Okay, so I could even come in here in the middle and put a yellow or a dark. But anyway, I think that looks good. And then I'm going to tap, 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 tap. Okay, and then you got to make sure you sign these. All right, I'm going to bring some white, roll my brush. All right. So there we go. All right, there's just a wild open rose. So let's see what I'm going to do over here. Excuse me. All right, so I can put my centers here. I'll put her, pick up plenty of paint. All right. So there again, I'm going to bring my paint over. I'm going to put some white on the script liner. Are you having a good time or are you falling asleep on me? I like to be on here early with you. And if you're later, that's fine too. Just come on and enjoy painting with me. All right. So this is a glass bottle. And we practice on paper. We use black paper. And you can use blue glass, green glass, clear glass. See that? I'm also going to pull some little stamens from inside. See? There we go. Wasn't that fun? The same design we did, but I'm going to come in here and show you that we're going to pull all these pretty strokes. So let me show you. I'm going to, you can use color shift on glass too. It's nice to set these by putting them in the oven. I get a whole bunch of painting done and put it in the oven all at once. I've done lots of wedding glasses. Lay this paint on here. Let me turn it this way. I think I do it better. There you go. I'll make it a little see-through. Okay. And then you pull the stem in. Oh, that stem's bigger than I want that stem to be. So we're going to come right here and pull a little thin one. So what looks really pretty when you're all done, you can come back here and even put more metallic, just straight metallic. Like the green. Oops, I don't want that either. So this is just metallic and it shines really pretty on the glass when it's all dry. See, just plain metallic. Like I can just pick up the color shift green. And there's all kinds of pretty colors in color shift. I just put some aqua with it because it's pretty, but there's also aqua. It's called green flash, aqua flash, purple flash. There we go. Isn't that kind of pretty? But what sets this off is our little stamens. So I want to take the yellow and I'm going to, am I right there for you? Oops, my finger went across my leaf. But some white in here looks good too. Little bits of white mixed in with the yellow. Can you see that? Okay, so I've got both colors on here. I'm trying not to tap my finger into my painting, my wet leaves. So you can let them all dry, or you can tap these first before you put the leaves. I got carried away right there with the white. All the way around. So sometimes you get big, sometimes you can be little. Let's see how I got heavy-handed. So then you come back with the little dots of white and it takes away from the heavy-handedness. So see, you can fix anything. There we go. Okay. So is that kind of pretty? It's the same stroke. So how fun is that? All right. Watch me with practice strokes later today. I mean, on Friday. All right. See you. Have a good day. Show me what you paint. I'd love to see it.